Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo, and I just wrapped up a live show on my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chris Pirillo, wherein I showcased not just one, not just two, but three Razer Blade laptops. It was a sponsored video. This video is not sponsored, though. Thank you for tuning in to the Lockergnome Daily Report, TLDR for short. I'd be happy to answer questions about these particular systems. The other video ran about 40 minutes, which was rather long, I thought. I was expecting that it would be about a half hour, but I ended up talking about 10 minutes over on that particular video. Doing my best in producing a live sponsored video. Doesn't always happen. Love the sponsor, too. I'm really sad, though, as I mentioned in the... I truly am sad that I'm going to have to send these laptops back. I won't be spending a lot of time with them. Discord chat is on the screen. Once again, you can join Discord chat by heading heading over to either patreon.com/Chris Pirillo or twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. Become a sub, become a patron, become both if you want, and get access to Discord chat 24/7, where you never know what's going to be discussed. This time, I guess it's pizza. We eat pizza still. We had pizza at the Creator Advocate pop-up event a couple of weeks ago. Although we don't eat a lot of pizza. The bread's not super high-quality bread. It's white bread. White bread's not good for you at all. It does nasty things to your blood. But we ate it without cheese. I like vegan cheese. It's actually pretty tasty. You know, when it's prepared well, you wouldn't know the difference. It's mostly oil, though. A lot of those alternative things are... They're not that good. Not that good. So pizza apparently is the topic of the night. Is that what everyone wants to talk about today? This is TLDR. It's your chance to ask me anything. It's an AMA every day, a Q&A with you and me, right here, right at pizza. That's what we want to talk about. Michael Jacobs talks about something else. Says, I traded my Pixel 2 in for the Pixel 2 XL. Really? Huh. Yeah, I was feeling the same thing. Nothing wrong with the Pixel 2. It's just that I happen to like the screen size of the Pixel 2 XL more. Much like, you know, I had different kind of trade-offs if I had to choose between the three configurations that Razer sent me. I love the screen on the Stealth, like big time. Oh, it's a beautiful screen. It's delicious. I need the screen like on every system that I have. I need the keyboard on every system that I have, because not only is it backlit, but you can configure it so that it can glow whatever colors you want it to glow. I guess it's got a 16.8 million combination in terms of colors. It's crazy. VT Productions PC came in with a super chat. He came in with a couple other super chats in the other live video stream, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you. But VT Productions PC Mario said, to get the ball rolling. Yes. That's the first super chat in this video. Thank you for the super chat. Hopefully we'll see more. Fucho the Clown really was excited. He did the first, I think you did the first super chat. Did you not? In the sponsored Razer review video? I think so. I don't know. So, let's see here. I don't know if we have other questions. I'm just looking. I'm looking at the chat. Producing everything on my own here. Someone asked if I bought any Bitcoin yet. Not really. The whole thing is kind of confusing. It's esoteric. It's interesting, I suppose, but I wouldn't say like amazingly interesting. Like not like astoundingly interesting. There's you know, a great many things that could be said about Bitcoin. I'm not the person to say anything about it because I guess I'm not interested. I've seen it. I get it. Cryptocurrency, the future, blockchain, all that. I don't fully understand it. I understand it enough to know that I think it's not time yet for that kind of thing. We may get there. You know, it's certainly worth a lot, but I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sure if you ask the question that you're into Bitcoin, but I don't know. Bitcoin to me is fascinating for those who understand Bitcoin and who maybe have an ICO that they're trying to pump and dump, right? They build it up to make money and then they get out. And there's a lot of scams going around with those kinds of things. Not to say that every coin has an issue, but the whole concept is fascinating, but it's still not fully baked. In the future, it's going to cost me premium to come here to watch you stream. Why, Coban? What is that? That doesn't even make any sense. What are you talking about? Oh, unless you're super chatting, maybe. Super chats? Is that what you mean? Or are you talking about net neutrality? We covered net neutrality yesterday. God, I had so many people asking, are you going to cover it? Are you going to cover it? I covered it, and then hardly anybody watched. I'm like, what was the point of me covering net neutrality? If that was the case. Hang on, I saw something else there. Oh, yeah, okay, so net neutrality was the subject. I guessed on that. Go.tagjag.com/free points. I actually exchanged some points for an Amazon gift card today. We've been posting some rather amazing deals on... is that... Oh, I already saw that. Okay. On Lockergnome, on chat... Or, not chat. On Twitter. And I retweeted a few of them as well. Let's see if I can pull one up. This is one I had, I couldn't pass up. Nexo Knights, 46% off for this particular set. 46% off. Like, you can't, when you save money on Lego sets, man, they accrue in value. In fact, I believe Lego sets are worth more, dollar for dollar, worth more than Bitcoin. Or certainly a lot of those altcoins. Lego sets tend to hold a better value than gold. I believe Lego sets are worth more than Bitcoin. Over time, let me put it, which would I rather have, Bitcoin or Lego? Lego sets. 46% off. We posted a few other Star Wars deals as well. There's the Bluetooth speaker, the Star Destroyer Bluetooth speaker, which they had sent a couple of years ago, 52% off. Tons of Lego deals. Tons of Star Wars deals. I don't know, we saw a few tech deals, like there's the Learn to Code 2017 bundle on deals.lockergnome.com. The iPhone 10 giveaway right there. And by the way, today is the final day for the iPhone 10 fund. That we made it about halfway. That's kind of where I thought we'd be, but that's as far as we made it. So that's that. We tried. We attempted. But all that will be going to basically paying off the other Apple device, which was not yet paid off. So it was still very helpful. It was still in the realm of Apple. But that's about as far as we made it, despite me, as suggested, teasing it for a week, which I had done in every TLDR. Someone says I should not, no need to send them back, Chris. Yeah, I have to send the laptops back. Like, that's not something, I'm not here to burn bridges. I have no problem sending them back. If only because I'd be like, hey, I like this, I like that, but I want this configuration. I didn't get a chance to pick them. Not that I'm complaining. But like I said, I think I would have chosen some different configurations on my end. Maybe not for speed, but I think the screen was probably the biggest deal for me between all of them. The thing that would probably drive my decision if I had to choose one over the other. Wondering if Chris uses Flash as his curse word replacement. Go Flash yourself, which he did for a while. I did. I use Flash. Flash is a bad word if you're talking about like the software. People slagged me for years. For years, people slagged me for not liking Flash, and now nobody uses Flash. Nobody who uses Flash. Who wants to use Flash? We're not talking about the superhero Flash, by the way. I like superhero Flash a lot more than the Flash software, unless it was like Flash software back in the day, like early on. It was amazing, but then it just got to be so horrible. Flash. Ugh. Coban Formax comes in again and asks, what's your favorite Star Wars ship? I think someone else asked this recently. It's a pretty common question. I'm a fan of the Imperial ethos, so pretty much any one of the Imperial ships. There are very few Star Wars ships that I've been like, I've been a fan of the speeder bike all the way up to a Star Destroyer. They're iconic, every one of them. But I think the TIE fighters, more than anything, the TIE fighter, TIE interceptors, like Darth Vader's prototype. I mean, any one of those, with the little cockpit ball thing and the wings. I'm excited to see what they release next in terms of that. Maybe in the coming years, with new Star Wars movies and shows and books and what have you. I guess I'm a TIE Fighter fan. Maybe you asked me the question before, and now you're checking to make sure I wasn't just pulling your leg the first time. Someone says, I got a front-facing flash on my Moto X4. Really helps me comb my hair at night. Well, yeah, okay. That's not the kind of flash we were talking about either. At all. Like, there's a lot of... See, that's the problem with flash. There are many ways of looking at flash. And depending on context, it's determining which version sounds bad too, because there's software flash. Which type of flash that you're talking about. Do you play the X-Wing Minis board game? No. You're talking about the table game? No, I haven't gotten into it. It's neat. I have a feeling, though, that as Jedi gets older, we'll be playing a lot more board games, table games, card games. Heard something in the background there. Beyond video games. I definitely want to get her, pulled into that, or at least somewhat, seeing that you could play those types of games, not just video games. I want to be able to expose her to all kinds of games. And maybe, she'll have a different favorite. I never really had a favorite kind of game. I mean, I guess I'm locked in the retro kind of gamer mentality. But, she may be different. She may go, like, full-on video game. She may go full-on table game. She may go somewhere in between. I don't know. Card game. I really don't know. What do I think of Windows on the Razer laptops? It's snappy. I'm just going to pull up this one, even though I don't have this one connected to the internet here. The reason why I'm pulling it up is because it's a touchscreen. It's a lot easier to touch that way. Oh, I thought I did sign in. There we go. Snappy, clean, simple. I would choose this type of screen on that bigger configuration, though, personally. There's not much I could do because, like I said, I'm not connected to the internet. But I can move things around. I can tap them, tap here, scroll, tap. Let's see here. Let's see how fast I can launch. Calculator, boom, done. It's open. You see that? Calculator is open. I go full screen. Oh, sorry, task switched. Let's go full screen with it. I like this screen. I don't know. I think I'd choose this screen. I would still, choose this screen on the desktop replacement though. With the large screen, but this kind of quality screen. Yeah. I like it a lot. Oh, I like it. Oh, I love this screen. So Windows 10 is nice. I'd like running Windows 10 on this. I wouldn't have a problem running Windows 10 on this. Not at all. Pez Liz comes in with the super chat, leading the fray, or helping lead the fray. What is my favorite Christmas movie? Santa Claus Coming to Town for You. Christmas movie. I like them all. Honestly, I like the station that plays the Christmas shows all the time over and over again. I'm a fan of the old Rankin Bass stuff. The Rudolph. It's timeless. They're even today you could watch them. Any one of those stop motion animation ones. Peanuts. I'm a huge fan of the Peanuts cartoons. Watched the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special last night. Very disappointed that Dolly Madison was not sponsoring. Like what's a Charlie Brown special without Dolly Madison? I ask you this. If you don't understand what it is that I just said, you are entirely too young for the internet, man. Any one of them. I mean, there's some newer ones. I, by the way, started to watch the Star Wars holiday special yesterday, and Jedi ended up having to take a bath, but we'll finish it. I want to play it, for her to, have her watch it when she's young, so that as she gets older, she realizes, geez, this was bad, but we used to watch it, so it becomes a thing for her, Star Wars holiday special. So I'm hoping to be able to spend a little more time with her to watch it. It's, for the time, the Star Wars holiday special, it never aired again. It must have been horrible, but, when I look back on that time, there are some weird things that certainly happened in it, but I guess, if I were to look at it through a child's eyes, it wouldn't be as bad as it is now when I see it, but I don't know. It wasn't horrible, but I've only watched like just a few minutes into it. Different kind of show, different kind of era though, that's for sure. I do watch the newer Christmas stuff, the holiday stuff, but I don't know. I like the classics. I'm inclined to go with the classics because it's nostalgic for me, right? It's seeing things that I saw when I was a kid and hoping that Jedi will enjoy them just as much. If we can sit her down for 5 minutes to be able to watch the special. The thing I need to do, though, And I hesitate. I've already bought them on like DVD or CD. I gotta get the digital versions of the Frosty and Peanuts and all the Rankin Bass stuff. I need to get digitally, even though it's gonna cost an arm and a leg. I need to, because that way I can just press a button and then watch them instead of having to drag out a disc. They keep selling them on disc, but I'm like, just make them. I mean, I know they've got to be available digitally. The question is what price? Maybe I have to wait until after Christmas. Although the chances of them ever lowering their price, because they're timeless, they're classics. Christopher Drawn comes in with a super chat. Says, "Been watching you since Wicket threw up on your computer during a live stream." That video still exists too. Did you know that? You can go. I think it's like Dog Threw Up on Laptop, or I don't know what the hell we title it. Something like that. And yeah, he did. That was legit. That wasn't just me making up that he threw up on the laptop. He legit trotted in and threw up on. It was like sitting right over here. I was so mad. I'm like, no, what's going on? Yeah, things that happen when you do live streams. You never know what's going to happen. Never know. Michael Jacobs here in Discord chat asks, "What's your favorite Christmas song?" I don't know. I like a lot of them. I like a great many Christmas songs. Again, I like Bing Crosby stuff. Christmas songs, right? I like modern stuff. I like vintage stuff. I'm gonna say, anything on Christmas in the Stars. That album, Christmas in the Stars. That was a Star Wars Christmas album that I only found out about like 2 years ago. And then I got it on CD. I want to try to find it on an album, on LP, because that was the original release. But I have it on CD. You can listen to it on YouTube, Christmas in the Stars. There's someone put together a playlist. The audio is not amazing, but you can listen to it. So any track on that album, I'm going to say is my favorite now. I know not many people know what you get to Wookiee for Christmas. Do you know what you can get a Wookiee for Christmas when he already has a comb? Anybody? Does anybody know what to get a Wookiee for Christmas? Okay, that was way inside. Like, as far as the joke is concerned, that was an insanely inside joke. Yeah, there you go. There's the see, right there's the track. See, that's the inside joke. Now you got to go listen to the song. It's a solid, it's a good album. Like, I would have enjoyed it as a kid. That's the problem with, having grown up when I did. If you didn't see it at the store, someone didn't give it to you, it didn't exist. Or if you didn't know, like, what it was, that was out there, if a friend didn't have it, it just didn't exist. That's the thing that was so bad about the holiday specials. I didn't even know it existed. I didn't know the Christmas album existed. All these classics. Mecco did the Christmas album. The same one who did, I think, the disco. And it is a good album. Like, a solid Christmas album. All the songs are pretty much unique. And they're Star Warsy. Hello, what's my favorite song? I don't want to get into a religious debate right now. Thank you very much. Checking for more questions, if there are any questions. I think I drained all the questions after doing the sponsored video, the 40-minute one. Someone says, Jonathan, says, "I'm new to the channel." Oh, well, welcome. He says, "I started following your question when you reviewed the Pixel book." Oh, then you really are new here. Curious why he uses 2 YouTube channels instead of promoting one. That may actually be a good question to answer in the Creator Advocate live stream. Liz, make note of that. I'll answer that later if I can, because there's a whole idea behind why I did it and how it happened the way it happened. For better or for worse, it was the best decision that I could possibly make to accommodate massive shortcomings in how YouTube works. And I can't really put a finer point on it than just saying that. You have a question for... I do? I have a question for today? I have a question. What was my question for today? Did I already table it? Hey, man, we'll just save it for Monday. We'll save it for Monday, Liz. I know you did a super chat. Copy it down. We can answer more than one question this next week. I may take a break over the weekend, let everybody catch up, but that's about as much as I can do. There needs to be more Star Wars themed stuff. Yeah, I agree. There's not enough. Although, did you see in the Star Wars radar? I posted this Oh, do I have a local? Yeah, I do have a local copy. Easier to find a local copy sometimes. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There is you can get salad, a Ray Star Wars salad right now. And they also have lettuce. You can get a head of lettuce with BB-8 on it at the store right now. Dole products apparently have Star Wars stuff on them. It's like $3.29. I'm sorry, $3.69. I'm like, a bag of lettuce with Star Wars on it is not worth $4. I'll wait until it's like 99 cents. And then I'll eat it. I will have some Ray salad just to have it. Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, I remember the question from yesterday, but we'll do it. No, Liz, I tweeted. Well, actually, no, I didn't tweet that out. I retweeted it because when I tweeted it from Star Wars Radar, someone else said, "Oh my gosh, I just found the BB-8 head of lettuce." Speaking of Twitter, I'm potentially going to be switching Twitter clients. I found a glitch in Flamingo that I'm not very happy about, and the developer really isn't sure how to patch it because he doesn't see it as a bug. He doesn't see the bug. I'm like, oh, I guess that means I'm going to be probably flipping to Talon. I think I'm going to try Talon tonight, and we'll give that a shot. Talon was an alternative, and Luke, who basically writes the Talon app, famous for his Pulse SMS app. He seems to be updating on a regular basis and seems to have the right eye for design. So that's the one I'm going to try to see how it fits. I like Flamingo a lot, but the last couple updates have dogged in terms, have dogged the system performance, but like they've been a dog in terms of performance. Like they think it's not, things get really laggy. It's not good since the last two updates. And I filed a bug report and he says, I don't see the problem on my end. I'm like, that pretty much says it all. I'm like, it may be time for me to move on. So anyway, this is the, sorry, it's too bright there. There we go. I'll just hold it at an angle. Check out the Star Wars Radar YouTube feed. You could check out the Star Wars Radar YouTube feed, but the Star Wars Radar Twitter account to see the photo up close. Yeah, you can get BB-8 lettuce right now. It's pretty nice. I'd get it for 99 cents. But then, I'd feel bad about eating it. I couldn't collect it. I couldn't hold on to it indefinitely. I mean, it's a perishable. Why does Steve Jobs has 2 feature films, but Bill has none? Christopher, that's an interesting one. Actually, that may be a good title for the video. Why does Steve Jobs have 2 feature films, but Bill has none? It could be that, first of all, it wasn't really a feature film. Pirates of Silicon Valley was pretty awesome back in the day, a made-for-TV movie. But Steve is, no longer with us. And, I think in terms of a driving force for the company, Steve had that personality that I think would be not made for film, but I think better for film than potentially Bill's personality. And I've met Bill a few times. Met Steve once, but they both have radically different personalities, different approaches, obviously, to how they view technology. But to me, I don't think Bill Gates' story is going to be told or can be told until he's no longer with us. And I do believe that the work he's doing now, because of all the work he did with Microsoft, the work he's doing now is far more important to humanity than anything he did at Microsoft. Like what he's doing now, in as a global citizen, curing diseases or basically improving lives, that philanthropic effort, I believe, is far more important than anything he did at Microsoft. Not to say that what he did, set the stage for everything else. But what I'm saying in terms of a global impact, what have I said before? You don't have your health, you ain't got nothing. And what is he going to do with those reserves? Where are all those resources going to go? I mean, I got to tell you, as much as I had appreciated what Steve had done and the products that he made, more so than what had come out of Microsoft even after Bill, before, during, or even after, I think I appreciated Apple's stuff a little more in retrospect. But what Bill's doing now is just, it's fantastic. And that's the story that I don't think is told enough. And I don't think it can effectively be told, until he's no longer with us. So that he's doing what he's doing now while he's still with us, I think is outstanding. Where do I see technology? Yeah, it's an enabler. I think the world is worse off without Steve in it. I think the world would be worse off without Bill Gates in it. But between the two, it's difficult to compare. But I think between the two, Bill is making far much more of a deeper impact with us as humans than Steve ever did. I say this as an iPhone user of 10 years. I say this as someone who uses Mac OS. I say this as someone who has purchased Apple products in the past. What Bill's doing now is far more important than the smartphone you have in your hand. Not to understate the smartphone's importance, especially in developing countries. Access to information is critical. But if you don't have health, what do you got? The story of Bill Gates has yet to be told. Mark my words. He may be noted as the co-founder of Microsoft, but he'll be remembered for all the work he's done since leaving Microsoft, specifically his philanthropic efforts. I think it's something that I wish was talked about more. I see it all the time. Like anytime I see Bill Gates in the feed, rarely is it about technology. Some people still think Bill works at Microsoft. I'm like, he's kind of moved on. Sorry for changing the subject. Don't be. This is your video. TLDR is for you. Sorry to change the subject, but have you thought about designing a Google Pixel case? Why would I do that? The one I have right now is just fine. That was something I was lamenting the other day, too. I was walking into the store and thinking, God, I really need to get a replacement screen protector. They said they were going to send one, and they never did. But I was thinking, I'm never going to be able to effectively get a wealth of accessories with the Pixel. Like, iPhone accessories are there, left and right. Here's an accessory here, here's an accessory there, here's an accessory. But I haven't seen anything for Google Pixel stuff. Even the press releases I get in email, not one has mentioned a Google Pixel. Like, it seems the industry does not, if it's not a Samsung device or an Apple device, you can't find accessories for it, which is a potential problem for Google. Big problem. But, I blame Google for that. Not that they don't have the partnerships, is that they just didn't create a compelling device. They really didn't. Sorry, just because you slap a Google brand on it doesn't mean it's great. So I'm not inclined to spend too much more money on a Pixel. Honestly. Have I tried the Camera FV5 app from Play Store? It has a paid version that supports raw DNG capture and focus is so cool. I find its depth mode better than my Moto stock camera. I'm not going to pay for a camera app. I also use Open Camera. And Open Camera, number one, is open source. Oh, look at that burn-in. Oh, nasty burn-in. Man. Do you see it? Y'all see the burn-in down there? Ew. Burn-in. Burn. Burn-in on the Pixel. Ew. Oh, sorry. Ooh, do you see it? Do you see the burn-in? Can you see in 720p? Can you see the burn-in down there? I don't think that's image retention. That's burn-in, dude. Google just doesn't really know what it's doing with devices. Could you see it? Could you see it? You couldn't see anything? Okay, I can see it up close. It looks red on your end because that's not a black background, dude. That's a black background. So don't throw yourself off. If you couldn't see it, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's I can see it up close, but maybe the camera doesn't translate because of the color differences. So I don't know about paying for that other app. Someone recommended it. I'm like, eh. So I checked out Open Camera. I use Open Camera to record a lot of the desktop video here because it allows you to it allows you to use an external mic as the audio source, which the default camera doesn't do, and because the problem with the Pixel 2 XL is that the mic is broken with video recording in the default camera app. Google alleges to be fixing it in a software update that is yet to be seen. But here you've got like standard DRO. I don't know what this is. Like Expo. Like I assume exposure because it's exposure with brackets. And then It's got and it has the HDR mode, which is usually what I toggle on. Its HDR mode is not great, but I don't really shoot in RAW. Even with the capability, I don't really shoot in RAW. I'd be shocked if there wasn't a RAW feature somewhere in Open Camera. It's a pretty configurable thing. Ahsoka Tano says, I still don't know if I'm alive. Yeah, neither do I. Didn't I die once on Mortis? Possibly. So I have the power of the daughter inside me still? I would imagine that the Loth Wolf has to have something to do with it, right? Has to. Like, the Loth Wolf is somehow connected to the Force, obviously. The wolves, I should say. Oh. I thought, unless I'm mistaken, I thought we'd see Ahsoka again in this final season of Rebels. But, we're not done. We've got a few more weeks to go, and then that's it. It better, I tell you what, if Ahsoka's only in one episode, it better be an Ahsoka episode, not just like, Ahsoka, I'm here, and then she goes off. Like, we gotta know. I mean, if there was a chance, for Ahsoka to have her own live action series, that would be amazing. Like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or something like that with Ahsoka at the center. That'd be wild. I don't know how well a Togruta would handle in a live action type of situation. But, yeah, no, I don't know. I wish I knew the answer to the question. And that was a super chat, too. I didn't know that. Ahsoka is busy with her universe line of clothing. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. That's funny. All right, everybody. I meant to wrap up right around a half hour, and then I talked about the Bill Gates thing a little too long. But thank you for tuning in. I am going to jump over to the next live stream. Thank you for the super chats, by the way. I appreciate those as well. The next live stream is going to be over on youtube.com/creatoradvocate. I guess I'm going to answer Liz's question. And then, Liz, did you document the other one? We got to make sure we do that one, too. Oh, man. One laptop is bulky, but 3 of them is just, whoa, insane. All right, I'm just going to set them over here. They're going to be in the next video. Oh, man. Surrounded by systems. So anyway, Creator Advocate. YouTube.com/Creator Advocate. 20 days until The Last Jedi. Can't wait. Trying to avoid all spoilers. And I one little animated GIF already spoiled it for me, so oh well. Might as well not even see it now. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning into the next live broadcast specifically set up for entrepreneurs, fellow creators, people who work independently or want to work independently, like me. Head over there, ask questions. I'll be answering a couple of them as well in the live stream, youtube.com/Creator Advocate. I don't know if we're doing a TLDR again over the weekend. I do need to do some Twitch streaming, though, so I may be going onto Twitch here in a little while to record the podcast, potentially playing some Battlefront over the weekend on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. I love you. I appreciate you. At this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you.